Hey guys, it's Ashley here and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you thoroughly enjoy this video. And if you're coming back, welcome. So today I want it to be a super quick video. I don't really want to rant that much. I have to go to work soon, so I'm just gonna be doing my makeup. I'm just gonna be talking really long overdue chit chat. Get ready with me about how I've been feeling for the past few weeks now. So if you guys follow me on social, you know lately I've been posting well, Twitter specifically, I would post tweets about my depression and, you know, how I'm feeling, how I'm going through so much, etc, etc. So as you guys know, I've been, you know, home for the summer since May. So yeah, that first month I was okay up until like early June. So around June I became really down, like my spirits were always down. Usually that's not me. I'm always like this happy-go-lucky person, like positive vibes only. That's what I like to bring to my social platforms. So it was just really weird, like going through that phase. And at the time I thought, you know, okay, well it's nothing major, like maybe I'm just in a mood, I don't know, like my period, like who knows, you know. I just thought that it was, you know, something that would pass basically, but it didn't. Today makes it a month, I want to say, over a month actually, since I've been feeling this way. And it's like whenever somebody asks me, how's your summer going? How are you doing? I would never have like a positive response. I still don't. I don't remember the last time I told somebody like, oh yeah, everything's going good. I'm great. Thanks for asking. Like I legit don't remember the last time I was able to say that. And even speaking about it now just makes me sad because I never thought that I would be that person to not have anything good to say about my life, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've been in a funk basically, and with that funk came a lot of lack of confidence. I became less confident in my makeup. I became less confident in myself. I started to look down on myself a lot. Whenever I looked in the mirror, it was just like, you know. Started to not eat right. I wasn't eating enough, still am not eating enough. It wasn't consistent. Obviously like YouTube, prime example, not consistent. So yeah, I just started noticing all these changes, and of course I would question myself, like, what's going on, Ash? Like, this is not you. Like, you're not, this is just not you. You're usually a go-getter. You're always doing something. You're always up to wearing makeup. You're always up to going out. You're always up to speaking to people. That's another thing. I pretty much stopped like wanting to like answer my phone. Like whenever somebody like FaceTimes me or calls me or texts me, like I would take like hours to respond or just not respond at all, or respond on my own time, because I just kind of like blocked everything off. Like it's like a switch. Like I pretty much like turned my feelings off in a way. I don't know why that happened, and I don't know how it happened, and it's just really scary. With feeling insecure and not eating a lot, I lost a lot of weight. I don't know if you guys could tell in my try on haul, but if you guys have been following me since college, if you guys watch my college vlogs, you'll know that I wouldn't say I got big, but I got thicker than I was like in high school. Obviously I was like 146 when I left school, and yesterday when I went to the doctor I weigh 127. So drastic change. I lost that weight in a matter of less than a month, and that's a scary thing, because it's one thing to gain weight, but it's another thing to lose. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so ugly at the weight that I'm at now, but like people that have never been skinny, I guess, wouldn't really understand how skinny people feel when they're skinny. To them it's a joke, but to me it's something different. Like I work retail, so it's like whenever I'm in the store, you know, and they're looking for a bigger size, male or female, you know, they'll be like, oh well, they must only carry sizes that you wear, like stuff like that. Or girl, I can see your veins through your bones. Like or your veins, you know what I'm saying, like just pretty much like how people fat shame, people with skinny shame as well. So losing the weight just made all those memories come back from high school and just being like super small, because like I got so many like compliments and like I gained so much confidence once I started like building my weight in college. You know, like when you build weight, when you gain a little booty, when you know, put on some pounds, like it feels good. So I felt good. So losing it was just really, still is very like different to me, I guess that's the right word to say. On top of that, my sleep schedule has been super off. I'll be tired, but like I can't go to sleep, or I'll sleep too long. Like it's just, it's really weird. So that's when I knew like something is wrong. And I noticed this like when it first started happening a month ago. I noticed all these things, but I didn't think that it was anything serious. Like I said, I just thought that it was a phase, but being that it's still happening and it's still going on, it's just really weird. I made a tweet on Twitter that said something like, you know, it sucks when you're going through depression, things like this, and you don't know how to explain yourself or speak on it, rather. For me, I kind of just like vent through social media in a way. Lately, I haven't been too fond of telling people that I know what's going on in my life. These days, I'd much rather talk to somebody that I don't know versus somebody that I do know about what's going on, because I feel like talking to somebody that I don't know, or talking to somebody that I do know rather, they would automatically have like these assumptions already of me, or like what they think I should do or what they think I'm going through, versus talking to somebody that I don't know. It's just like fresh advice, fresh answers, just like a one-on-one kind of thing, because you don't know the person. So it's like they're trying to figure you out, and together you guys can make something work, you know? So that's why I've been looking for like a therapist in a way to talk to, or just like people in general. I don't want to go to my friends about it. I don't want to go to my family about it. I just much rather talk to somebody that doesn't know me as deeply as the people around me do. And that's not to say like I don't appreciate the people in my life, because of course I do. It's just hard letting, I guess I can say, people that see you every day and people that know that you're supposed to be one way and you're not. It's hard being so vulnerable and open to those people, because it's like you don't want them to see you change. You don't want them to see you be down. You don't want them to see you act different than you really are. So it's just really hard letting the people that I'm comfortable with seeing what I'm going through. As you guys know, I got a new job. Like I got a new retail job, which is, you know, great. Like I was praying for that since I came back home for the summer. Of course I still do like makeup on the side, but I was trying to find a job, so I finally got that. But it's like lately I just haven't even felt like going. Like, not saying that I'm unappreciative of the job, but it's like I'm just so down to the point where I don't want to go to work. I don't want to be around people, nothing. Y'all know, if you follow me on social, again, I started doing lashes, like individual lashes, and you know, that's really been booming. But I took a break for like a week and a half, call it 2 weeks. I took a break for 2 weeks. I stopped doing lashes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I stopped doing it because I just feel like I can only be pulled so far. You know, it's kind of like when people expect so much out of you, and it's like you want to take care of like your personal being. I just got tired of it, basically. Just like how I got tired of everything else, like just tired, just fed up, just over everything. Like that's just been my mood lately. I'm just over everything and everyone. Don't know how I got to that point, but that's just how, you know, like where I am. Whenever I hear the word depression, I don't like to use the word depression because I feel like it's such a strong word, and like people that actually like have depression, like that's something serious. So whenever I started feeling these things, I never wanted to use the word depression over my life, because you know, words are powerful, and when you speak things over your life, they will be. So not once did I ever want to use that word over my life, but the more I began to feel like this, I'm like, well, what else is it? What else is it? Like, this is all I can think of is I'm depressed. Like, I'm not me, I'm not Ashley. So something's wrong and something's got to give. Yesterday I went to my family doctor. I went in to get blood work done, but I also went in to basically ask her what she thinks is going on. Oh, this is way too much. Yeah, basically to ask her what she thinks is going on with me, basically to explain to my doctor how I'm feeling, what she thinks, you know, the next necessary steps should be. You know, she asked me questions like, have you been eating? No, because I haven't been. Not, you know, how somebody should eat. Like, I haven't been eating like 3 full meals a day, just like snacks here and there. She asked me questions like, have you been drinking a lot of water? I drink water, but not as much as I used to. She just asked me a lot of things relating to, you know, depression and just like what I think is going on with me. So I tried to explain in the best way I could, because like I said, what I'm going through, I can't really, or haven't been able to really put it into words. So I tried to explain it in the best way that I could. She was basically like, do you think you have depression? And when she said that, on the inside, I really like broke down. And like, even after I left the doctor's office, I broke down for real. Because I never thought that I'd have to go see somebody for this, you know? I'm really trying not to cry, mess up my makeup. I told her, I was like, you know, I don't want to use that word over my life, but yes, that's what I think it is. Basically, she was like, do you want to get on pills for this? At first I told her no, just because if I had any idea as to what I thought this is, I feel like it's just a change of environment. And I told her no, I don't want to get on the pills, just because I feel like maybe it's because I'm not in school right now. Maybe it's because I'm home. Maybe it's because I'm away from school, basically, and like going from being so involved in like going to practice every day and stuff, talking to people every day, seeing people every day, to just being at home in my room every day, going out only when I have to go to work type stuff. Maybe it's just my change of environment. So that's what I told her that I think it is, and that's why I told her, well, maybe I don't need to get on the pills, because, you know, maybe I just need to go back to school. I'll be in school, I'll be back at school in a couple of weeks, so maybe that's not, you know, like the best option. She was asking me like, are you sure? And I was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure. But you know, we talked more, and she was like, well, I'm gonna put you on, I honestly forgot the name because I didn't go pick up the prescription yet, since this just happened yesterday, but she told me that she would put me on a certain medication, a certain, you know, certain pills, and she basically said take one every night and, you know, see how it makes you feel up until you go to school. And, you know, you can come back for the blood work that I got tested for, and then when you come back, we'll see, you know, how you're feeling about the whole depression thing. I'm like, okay, whatever you think is best. I completely agree with you, and I trust your judgment. So that was that, and she prescribed me pills for depression. Again, super scary, because never did I ever think that this would ever occur, ever. So when I left the doctor's office, I sat in my car for a bit, not really wanting to believe that all this has just occurred. So I got on the phone with one of my friends, and I told him, like, bro, off rip, you know, he was like, I don't think you should get on those pills. I heard those pills aren't good for everybody. I'm like, okay. I was just listening, and I was just like, okay. But still in the back of my head, I was like, well, nothing has changed. It's been forever. This seems like my only option. So I went home and I told my mom about it, and that was hard as well, telling her about it, just because, you know, I'm pretty sure no parent, that's the word, no parent wants to hear that, you know, their child is going through depression or just got prescribed pills for depression. A lot of y'all might ask, like, well, did your parents notice anything? Did they talk to you about how you've been feeling for the past month? Did you talk to them, etc., etc.? I never talked to anybody about it. I talked to people about it, but like I never like what I'm telling y'all right now, like I never expressed it like this to anybody. My mom, she did notice it one day, or multiple times actually, but it was one specific day I remember. She basically kept asking me, like, over and over again, she kept asking me stuff like, what's going on, what's going on, like just like that. She'd be like, are you okay, what's going on, like it. And you know, for my mom to ask me that, obviously y'all know it had to be something, because like moms pick up on everything, and my mom literally picks up on every little thing. So I was like, okay, even she's noticing, like this is for real. And every time she asked me, I kid y'all not, I couldn't say anything. Like it was like I wanted to speak on it and I wanted to say something, but I couldn't, because I didn't know what to say. Whenever she asked me, it would just be like either an I'm fine answer, or it would just be like I don't know, or it would be like I don't want to talk about it, because I knew that something was wrong, but I just couldn't put a finger on it. And then talking to my mom about it, I just didn't feel comfortable, because I just didn't want to talk to anybody that I knew. I came back home, I told her about what the doctor said, and you know, she said the same thing that my friend did. She basically told me, because my mom, she used to work in the school system. She used to work at elementary school, and she was a nurse there, and she basically gave her kids like those kind of pills. It's like, you know, kids that used to like act up and like have mood swings and stuff like that. She would give them like pills for depression, anxiety, whatever you want to call it. So she knows about that stuff. And off rip, she was like, the devil is a liar, you're not taking those pills. And off rip, I was just like, oh my gosh, like if only everybody could just see that there is no other way. Like this is, like I want to take these pills at this point because I don't feel like talking to nobody, and I feel like this is all that's left for me. And she was telling me stuff like, if you take them, it's gonna get to the point where you feel, it's kind of like quitting cold turkey, you know? It's kind of like, I don't know, like smoking weed in a way. I guess I can relate it to that for some people. Like once you do it, it's like you want it more and more. It's like, dang, like I need the weed, I need the weed. Like, so you're pretty much like addicted to it, and without it, you don't feel the same. Not speaking for everybody, but I'm just saying in some cases. So basically she was saying like the pills would pretty much do that to me if I got on them. And I just tried to explain to her like, look, I'm not trying to make it into that. I just want to get on these pills before I go back to school. That way when I go to school, like I'll be fine, because I'd much rather feel better now versus, you know, getting around a whole bunch of people and I still feel the same way that I'm feeling now, and then that messes with like my school studies and me doing like extracurricular and stuff like that. She wasn't going for it, and I could tell she was like real concerned about me, and I just got overwhelmed to the point where I just walked away. She came back to my room later on that night, and she was just telling me like there's nothing that God can't fix, which I completely understand. That's another thing, like I do post like my devotionals, and I post things that I read. I post Bible verses, I post like encouraging things, stuff like that. And of course those things are meant for other people to be encouraged by, but also it's like when I post these things, it's honestly a reminder for myself as well, because sometimes I need to see it in order to keep going. And I know that it's nobody or nothing but the grace of God that has still kept me going through everything that I felt, because there has been countless times where I wanted to give up. When I say give up, I don't mean self-harm, I don't mean that, but I mean just give up to the point where I kind of felt like nothing mattered. If I don't feel like myself, then what's the point? Kind of just wanted to go far away and just not come back to the reality of what's really going on with me. It's still crazy like saying all this on camera, and I'm surprised that, actually I'm not surprised, because my subscribers are literally everything to me. I'm just happy that I even feel comfortable enough to sit down and record how I feel versus like even talking to somebody. I feel like it just means something to me that I have like so many people watching me that I can like share with you guys how I feel, you know, compared to even talking to somebody in real life about it. So that means a lot to me. Going back to the whole thing about my mom saying that, you know, God is always with me and like, you know, he'll bring me through this and, you know, things like that, and me saying that, you know, I was posting my devotionals and things like that. I'll post my devotionals, and yes, it would be like a constant reminder, but at the same token, it's like I'm still doing so much. I'm still doing this, that, and the third, and nothing is changing. Maybe I'm not doing it so often, maybe I'm not taking it seriously, but I still feel the same way. It has gotten a tad bit better, but for the most part, I still feel the same way. I guess I can say that's why I haven't been posting on YouTube like that. I just haven't even felt like recording. I haven't felt like just doing anything. Like literally, I'm in my room all day, every day, and I'm just here. Like if I go out, it's to hang out with like a certain person, or you know, things like that. Like whenever somebody's like, hey, what are you doing today? Let's go here, let's go there. I'll genuinely say like I'm just going through things, and today's just not a good day, which is true. It's true. I don't really know what my next step will be. I don't really know what's next for me. I don't really know what's in store. I'm really hoping that when I get back to school, things will get better, hopefully. Especially because I'll be living off campus. Some of you guys know this, some of y'all don't, but I am going back to Valdosta State. I decided to go back. I wasn't gonna go back. Don't even want to get into that story. I wasn't gonna go back, but I am gonna go back now. Only because I'm super involved, let's just say that. And I want to continue what I started. So I am gonna go back, but I'm not staying on campus. I'll be in an apartment, so I'm praying that you know, makes things better for me in a way. I'm hoping so. Being like in my own space and in my own environment will bring me like a peace of mind, just a piece of everything. Being alone, and it's different like being in your room alone, but like my house is still like, I still have a house of people, and I still have to go to work and see people, and you know, things like that. So I think just being by myself, I have a roommate, but I have my own space. So I think being by myself will make it better. Hopefully, we'll see. I guess to wrap this all up, like I said, this wasn't gonna be I don't even know how long this video is at this point. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, if it is this long, but hopefully it's not too long. Right now, I don't really know where to go. I don't really know what to do. Of course, I tell myself every day, like, I'm gonna work on it, I'm gonna work on me, I'm gonna work on me. I decided not to go pick up the prescription pills just because I don't want to keep it in my head that I have depression. I feel like that's something that I can truly overcome on my own and by the grace of God. So I'm not gonna take the pills. I decided not to, but I am just hoping that I can get better without them. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I can still have the drive to do things, especially when I go back to school. I'm hoping that I can still be like this social butterfly that I usually am. I'm hoping that I can still be fun, and I'm hoping that I can stop pushing people away as much as I do. I'm hoping that I can work on like my attitude towards certain things. I know, you know, with this whole depression thing, it has caused my attitude and my mood swings to just go through the roof. And I know, you know, like I've hurt people with that and things of that sort, and if you're one of them, I apologize. I guess all I can say is it's not me, it's not my intentions, it's not really who I am. I just want to call this part of my life a phase, I guess. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you would agree. Like, if you're watching this, you'd probably just be like, oh, she's just going through a phase, she's going through a phase. But, you know, I would want to know if anybody else is like going through the same thing though, because I don't know, it's just really weird. It came out of nowhere. I really wasn't expecting to ever feel like this in my life, you know. This is different than just being unhappy for a day or just being in a bad mood. Like, this is not just a simple bad mood for me. This is like a consistent, I'm really unhappy, I'm really not myself, I'm really desperate for peace in my life, I'm really desperate for just joy again. Like, I don't have that, you know. I know part of this is just me needing to get back into God's word seriously, not just temporarily, not just for play, but seriously. Because of course, like, God heals all, he knows our hearts, he knows what I'm going through, and I'm pretty dang sure he's gonna help me through this. So I'm just praying for energy to seek him again, and I'm praying for energy to just get back to who I was so I can get back to him. Yeah, I do appreciate people that have like already checked up on me, and people that I have talked to about not necessarily my depression, but people that I've just talked to about not feeling like myself. I have appreciated, you know, the people that have been in communication with me about that. But like I say all the time, I'll be fine, which I will. Not sure how soon it's gonna come, but I need it to come before I go back to school, because I really don't want to go back to Valdosta like this at all. So fingers crossed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and I will be back up and running soon, hopefully. I'm gonna speak it into the atmosphere, and God is gonna work on it for me. So yes, thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.